A police officer mistakenly stops a black police captain, leading to a surprising turn of events. Officer Jenny Thompson and her partner, Tom Stevens, navigated the busy city streets in their patrol car, the air thick with tension as Tom raged about the recent shifts in police department leadership. "Can you believe they put one of them in charge?" Tom fumed, his grip on the steering wheel tightening until his knuckles turned white. "This department is going downhill fast." Jenny shifted uneasily in her seat. Though she had only been on the force for a few months, Tom's overt racism made her uncomfortable. "Maybe we should give the new captain a chance," she suggested hesitantly. Tom snorted. "You're too naive, kid. They're all the same. You can't trust them." As they turned onto Main Street, Tom's gaze sharpened at the sight of a sleek black sedan. The driver, a well-dressed black woman, was obeying all traffic laws, but something about her rubbed Tom the wrong way. "Look at that," Tom muttered. "I'll bet she stole that car." Jenny frowned. "We have no reason to think that, sir. She's not doing anything wrong." "That's what you think," Tom shot back, flipping on the patrol car's lights. "Time for a routine check." The black sedan pulled over smoothly, and Jenny noticed the driver tense as Tom stepped out of the patrol car. "Sir, please," Jenny urged. "This doesn't feel right." Ignoring her, Tom swaggered toward the sedan, a smirk on his face. Reluctantly, Jenny followed, her stomach churning with anxiety. As they approached, the driver rolled down her window, appearing composed yet wary, her eyes darting between the two officers. "Is there a problem, officers?" she asked with calm. "License and registration," Tom demanded, his tone laced with disdain. The woman complied, handing over her documents without protest. Jenny noticed her hands shaking slightly. "Elaine Davis," Tom read aloud, his lip curling in disdain. "What brings you to this neighborhood, Miss Davis?" "I'm heading to a meeting," Elaine replied steadily. "Is there a reason for the stop?" Tom's expression hardened. "We ask the questions here. Step out of the vehicle." Elaine hesitated, looking at Jenny, who turned her gaze away in shame. Slowly, she opened the car door and stepped out. Jenny felt the tension escalate. She knew this was wrong but felt powerless to intervene. As Tom began his intrusive questioning, Jenny's mind raced, searching for a way to defuse the situation before it spiraled out of control. Little did they know this seemingly routine traffic stop was about to change all their lives forever. Tom circled Elaine's car like a predator stalking its prey, his eyes scanning every inch of the vehicle, searching for any excuse to escalate the confrontation. "Lovely car, Mrs. Davis," Tom sneered, his tone dripping with condescension. "How does someone like you afford something like this?" Elaine took a deep breath, striving to remain calm. "I work hard for my money, officer. I'm headed to an important meeting. Could you please explain why I've been pulled over?" Tom disregarded her question, his hand resting ominously on his holster. "Mind if we take a look inside?" "I do mind, actually," Elaine replied firmly. "I haven't done anything wrong, and I do not consent to a search." Tom's expression twisted with rage. "Oh, you've got something to hide, don't you?" Without warning, he yanked open the car door and began rummaging through the vehicle. Elaine stepped forward to object, but Jenny quickly positioned herself between them. "Sir, please stay back," Jenny said, her voice quivering slightly. As Tom searched, he discreetly pulled a small bag of white powder from his pocket and slipped it under the driver's seat. Jenny caught the movement from the corner of her eye, her heart racing as she realized what was unfolding. This wasn't just racial profiling, it was a deliberate frame-up. "Well, well, well," Tom announced triumphantly, emerging from the car with the bag. "What do we have here?" Elaine's eyes widened in disbelief. "That's not mine. You just planted that." Tom smirked, his triumph evident. "Looks like we've got ourselves a drug dealer. You're under arrest." As Tom reached for his handcuffs, Elaine's calm demeanor finally cracked. "This is absurd. I'm telling you that's not mine." Jenny felt a wave of nausea wash over her. She knew she was witnessing a blatant abuse of power. Her father's words echoed in her mind. "A true officer protects and serves everyone, not just those who look like us." The tension in the air was electric. Elaine, realizing the severity of the situation, turned to Jenny with desperate eyes. "Officer, you saw what happened. Tell him this isn't right." Tom whirled around, his glare directed at Jenny. "Don't listen to her, rookie. This is how we clean up the streets." Jenny stood frozen, torn between loyalty to her partner and her moral duty to uphold justice. The weight of the moment pressed heavily on her, forcing her to make a choice that would alter the trajectory of her career, and possibly her life. As Tom moved to handcuff Elaine, the situation hung on the brink of chaos. The next few moments would determine whether justice would prevail or if an innocent woman's life would be shattered by unchecked prejudice and corruption. Time seemed to slow as Jenny watched Tom reach for his handcuffs. In that instant, a flood of memories washed over her. Her father's proud smile on her graduation day from the police academy, the countless stories of integrity and honor she had grown up hearing, the oath she had taken to protect and serve. "Halt!" Jenny commanded, her voice unexpectedly authoritative. Tom's hand froze midway to Elaine's wrist. "What did you say?" Tom growled. "I said stop, Officer Tom. This isn't right." Fury contorted Tom's features. "Listen here, rookie. I've been a cop longer than you've been breathing. You don't dictate right from wrong." "Perhaps not," Jenny countered, resolute. "But I witnessed you planting evidence. This woman is innocent." Elaine remained silent, a glimmer of hope in her wary eyes. Tom's voice lowered menacingly. "You're making a grave error. I can end your career now. Is that what you want?" Doubt flickered across Jenny's mind. She'd always dreamed of being an officer, making a difference. Was she prepared to sacrifice it all? But Elaine's desperate gaze steeled her resolve. "If upholding justice costs me my badge, so be it. I won't be complicit in this." Tom's face flushed with anger as he jabbed Jenny's chest. "You're finished. I'll ensure you never serve again." Jenny stood her ground. "Do your worst, but I won't let you arrest her on false charges." Tension crackled between them. Elaine, sensing an opportunity, attempted to defuse the situation. "Officers, please, let's resolve this peacefully." Tom rounded on her. "Silence," Jenny intervened, pulling Tom back. "Enough! You're violating her rights." Tom shoved her hand away. "You're ruining your life, kid. This insubordination won't go unreported." Jenny stood tall, recalling her father's wisdom. "I'd rather lose my job than my principles." As the confrontation peaked, they were oblivious to the fact that this moment would catalyze change far beyond this traffic stop. Jenny's stand against injustice was about to trigger a chain of events that would shake their police department and community to its core. The roadside scene drew curious glances from passing motorists as Tom, Jenny, and Elaine remained locked in their tense standoff. Seeing no alternative, Elaine decided to take a calculated risk. "Officers," she stated calmly yet firmly, "there's something you should know." Tom scoffed. "Save it for the courthouse." Undeterred, Elaine continued, "I'm Captain Elaine Davis, your precinct's new chief." Her words hung in the air, their impact palpable. Tom blanched while Jenny's eyes widened in disbelief. "That's impossible," Tom sputtered, his confidence evaporating. Elaine reached slowly into her jacket, causing both officers to stiffen, but produced only her badge and identification. "I was en route to meet the commissioner at headquarters when you stopped me." Jenny examined the badge closely before passing it to Tom, whose hand trembled as he grasped the gravity of his error. I had no idea." "Would that have changed your actions?" Elaine questioned. "Should it? Every citizen deserves equal respect and dignity, regardless of status or race." Tom, scrambling to recover, began backpedaling. "Captain, I can explain. We've had reports of drug activity in this area." "Enough," Elaine interrupted. "I witnessed you planting drugs in my vehicle and Officer Thompson here saw it too. Isn't that right?" Jenny nodded, her expression a mix of relief and determination. "Yes, Captain." Tom's desperation morphed into rage as he turned on Jenny. "You traitor! After everything I've taught you, you side with her." "I'm siding with justice," Jenny retorted firmly. Elaine stepped between them. That's enough, Officer Tom. Your actions today violate both department policy and the law. You're suspended immediately. Surrender your badge and weapon. Tom's face contorted with fury. You can't do this. I've given 2 decades to this force. And in those 20 years, how many innocent lives have you destroyed? Elaine asked softly. How many have suffered due to your prejudice? The weight of her words seemed to crush Tom. His shoulders sagged as the full impact of his actions finally registered. As Elaine called for backup, onlookers gathered, many recording the unfolding drama. The tale of a corrupt officer caught framing the very person he'd targeted was poised to spread rapidly online. Jenny, still reeling from the events, addressed Elaine. Captain, I regret not speaking up earlier. Elaine reassured her. You acted when it mattered most, Officer Thompson. That's what counts. While waiting for reinforcements, both women recognized this as merely the opening act. Captain Davis's revelation had set the stage for a broader confrontation, one that would compel their department and city to confront deeply entrenched issues of racism and corruption. As approaching sirens heralded backup's arrival, Jenny and Elaine stood together, resolute. This incident had transcended a simple traffic stop gone awry. It had become a catalyst for the community's long-suppressed grievances, a defining moment in the relationship between law enforcement and the citizens they were duty-bound to serve. The city's attention was fixed upon them, and the world would soon take notice. We'd love to hear your experiences. Have you ever witnessed a similar situation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.